We move on to talk about Barcelona. They defeated Valencia in Hansi Flick's uh, opening La Liga match as manager, um, behind two goals from Robert Lewandowski, a penalty in the 49th minute, and a second goal in the 45 in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Right after actually Hugo Doro getting the opening goal for Valencia. Um, Hugo Doro getting the opening goal for Valencia. Uh, Two quick goals from Robert Lewandowski after one being a penalty. They win their opening match 2-1 at the Messiah. The Stadio Messiah happens to be a difficult place for top La Liga clubs to go through. They have a great atmosphere there. It's really electric. It's beautiful to watch, but it wasn't enough to see Valencia past Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski. There's been a little bit talks about him regarding him probably not. Him being a little bit on the decline. This past season, having 19 goals. In 35 matches, looked at a little bit of a down season for him, but he's came back firing, scoring two goals, doing it in great fashion as well, pushing your team back, and the goals came at critical position. Conceding a goal late in the first half that Barcelona did, losing 1-0. That's always the worst time to concede late in the extra time because it sticks with you at halftime and it just makes you get back much quicker. But being able to get those two goals right afterwards, right before, it just completely changes everything. All the psychological blow that the Barcelona players were feeling in those few minutes just gets shifted onto the Valencia players, and the Valencia players are going to halftime thinking, how in the heck are we down right now? After scoring that late in the first half, how are we the ones that are down? And yeah, that Robert Lewandowski, he was the difference. That little bit of quality that a player like him can provide, and it was great. It was great for him. Speaking of the statistics of this game, 18 shots for Barcelona to 6 for Valencia. 6 shots on target for Barcelona to 2 on target for Valencia. 65% possession for Barcelona to 35% for Valencia. Being able to be comfortable, being able to dominate the play in terms of having the majority of chances, having the majority of possession, creating more opportunities, being able to do that on the road. It's really a great performance for Barcelona. Great way to open up the season. Great campaign. And again, I can't stress enough, conceding the goal that they did late in the first half, and being able to bounce back of it, after VAR ended up ruling it a goal, because originally it was not a goal, the opening Valencia goal, but I believe it was who kept them on side, Martinez, Inigo Martinez. And by the way, this is also a new back line, Inigo Martinez and Pau Guparasi. And then Bade, him being back, he's been out for a while last year, playing the left back role. It's a little bit of a makeshift sort of back line. We're used to the likes of Andreas Christensen and Julian Araujo, who's going to be out for a while. So it's going to be a little bit of a transition for Barcelona. And by the way, another thing I didn't mention, there was a poor mistake in the first half after they conceding that opening goal by Ter Stegen, underplaying a ball to Jules Koundé, and it led to an opportunity for Hugo Doro, who got the opening goal to double the lead to get a second goal for himself. And I believe it was Pau Guparasi that deflected it off the line, which, you go down 2-0, it completely changed the game. And then immediately, soon after, the goal came from Robert Lewandowski to equalize. After a ball gets played in by Bade, gets deflected back into the path of Lewandowski by Lamine Yamal, and then Lewandowski does what he does best. Was it Lamine Yamal or was it Rafinha? No, that was Lamine Yamal to equalize. And then actually at the start of the second half, Lewandowski getting the penalty to make it 2-1 at the start of the second half just completely takes the psychological blow and puts it right onto the Valencia players, and it changes the game for them. And again, I have to say, impressive performance from Barcelona in this sort of opening day fixture, being able to in this opening day fixture, being able to be the dominant team on the road with the new manager in the first game, not having your marquee signing as well because of the fact that Dani Olmo wasn't being able to be registered, and they had to ease themselves in. Barcelona created a lot of opportunities, but early on they didn't create good opportunities. A lot of them came from prayer shots from distance, but they eased themselves into the game and they started creating a little bit more space, trying to break down Valencia's low block. And Valencia, they're able to get that second goal that was cleared off the line by Kubarasi after the poor mistake by man, I'm forgetting names today. By Ter Stegen. That completely changes the game. And then they'll play extremely low block. They'll make things hella difficult, remove the spaces for them, and it'll make it very difficult for Barcelona. But that goal doesn't get through. Immediately after, you get the response for Barcelona. Again, it just completely shifts it, completely changes the game. And it's a great performance for Barcelona. It's great for Hansi Flick to start off. This is a good start to the season for them. Hansi Flick, he made a triple change throughout the game, bringing in Pedri, which was his return from injury. And Pedri also, he looked very fit. He looked like himself, and he was able to create a lot of opportunities. He played him some great passes, which was a very, very good sign because Pedri, he's came off slow off of injuries, and he suffered a lot of injuries, and sometimes it took a little bit for him to get back going. But what we saw that 20-minute cameo, I was very, very, very impressed, and I thought he moved the ball all over the pitch, and he was excellent, and it's a great start for Barcelona. They had a few missed opportunities as well, but the missed opportunities didn't end up costing them, because at the end of the day, in the opening game, the most important, and a lot of teams, they don't look their best in the opening game. Barcelona looked really, really good, and so it's a great start for Barcelona under Hansi Flick, and getting 3 points away at the Mestalla against Valencia is a very impressive result. And a great job for Barcelona. Great start for Hansi Flick. And I think this could be the start of a very, very good season for them.